My mom spent my life calling me the problem child, so I found the photos that proved she was a monster. My brother Liam was perfect. I was the storm. That was the story my mother told, the one she told our family, our friends, and most effectively, the one she told me. I believed it for 29 years. Liam got straight A's, I struggled. Liam was captain of the soccer team. I quit after 2 weeks. He was the calm sunshine, I was the difficult, moody rain cloud. It wasn't a malicious narrative, not on the surface. It was presented with a sigh and a sad smile, the kind of loving parental martyrdom that wins sympathy at dinner parties. "Oh, Chloe is just so sensitive," she'd say. "We have to walk on eggshells." It wasn't until my therapist suggested I digitize our old family photo albums that the foundation of my life began to crack. She said it might help me recontextualize my memories. I thought it was a silly exercise, but I was desperate. The project was my excuse to fail again, to prove I couldn't even handle a simple task. I started with the big leather-bound books from the 80s. The task was simple, scan each photo. But as I worked, a strange pattern emerged. Every photo of Liam showed him beaming, confident, perfect. Every photo of me was off, me crying after falling off my bike. Me with a face full of birthday cake, looking messy and overwhelmed. Me scowling at a family reunion. The official record of my childhood was a portfolio of failures. The first real red flag was the bike photo. I remembered that day. I'd been so proud of finally riding without training wheels. But in the picture, I was bawling, my knee a mess of red. Looking closer at the high-resolution scan, I saw it. The bike chain was perfectly on its sprocket. It hadn't slipped. There was no reason for the bike to have crashed. It was just a feeling, a tiny seed of doubt. Then I moved to the 90s, to the age of camcorders. I found a tape labeled Chloe's 8th birthday. I watched myself opening a doll I desperately wanted. On the tape, I ripped the paper off and my face was just blank. I looked confused, not joyful. Then the camera wobbled and I heard my mother's voice, a sharp whisper just beneath the sound of the party. "For goodness sake, Chloe, smile, it was expensive." My blood went still. I replayed it 10 times, 20. The story was that I was an ungrateful child. The truth was I'd been coached into a reaction that wasn't mine. The real turning point came when I found a dusty box in the attic marked extras. It was full of forgotten negatives and undeveloped rolls of film. My mom was meticulous about her albums. I couldn't understand why these were left out. I paid to have them all developed and scanned. When I got the digital files back, I opened them and my world fell apart. It was all there, the moments before and after the official story. There was the photo of Liam with his science fair trophy, looking like a boy genius. And on the extra roll, a photo taken seconds before, my mother carefully gluing his final component into place for him. There was the picture of me with the messy birthday cake face, and an extra showing my mom pushing my face towards the cake, laughing. The worst was the broken vase. In the official album, there's a photo of me at age 7, crying on the floor surrounded by shards of my grandmother's porcelain vase. I was grounded for a month. I remembered the shame, the feeling of being inherently clumsy and destructive. The extra roll had a photo taken right before. It showed the vase, already in pieces on the floor, and my mother arranging my small hand around the largest shard, her face set in grim determination as she raised the camera. I didn't scream. I didn't confront her. The rage was too cold, too clean for that. I spent the next 3 days building a private website. On one side of the screen, the official photo from the album. On the other, the extra photo that told the truth. The bike crash, the science fair, the vase, dozens of them, a meticulous, undeniable timeline of her deception. I sent the link to Liam first with no message. He called me an hour later, his voice choked. I didn't know," he stammered. "I swear I didn't know." I believed him. He was a victim too, just in a different way. The next day, I called my mother. She was cheerful, bubbly. "Hi, sweetie, I was just telling Carol about your new job. We're all so proud." I let her finish. I took a slow breath, feeling the weight of 29 years of a story that was never mine lift from my shoulders. Her little storm cloud was finally gone, replaced by something she wouldn't recognize, something she had created. I just said, "You have a new email," and hung up the phone.